David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gamecocks will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll this drive at their own 25. They want to run it left here. Oh, he's got some space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. The running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. After run, now throw. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. The kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
give to the running back. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going.
There he goes. He's at the 40, running inside the 20, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
The Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Looking down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
And the Tar Heels come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got it, looking for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Across the 45. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start.
And that's a play you may look back on when this thing's all said and done as a key play in the game. Fourth down, one the offense absolutely has got to be able to come up with. And I love the play call because you're going option and you're putting it on your quarterback to make the right decision. The pitch guy was where the ball had to go, and he's able to use his speed just enough to pick up the first.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Used the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Jefferson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with the lone back. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Gamecocks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by just one over Georgia Tech. We will be multitasking. Hey, boys, one eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Motion from the wideout. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man on the right.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Off the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Grab near the sticks. It's Larson. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. He wants to throw it again. Going to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. Off and running. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton. Turning it on! Inside the 50. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead.
That makes the score South Carolina 21.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to advance on the football.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. Rushes on him. Unleashes one. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
If a free safety comes blitzing, you've got to throw a slant behind him to the receiver. So that time the quarterback and receiver, they may not have been on the same page.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerk.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Looking for more room.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, and made the big play.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That is a serendipitous turn of events. With the fumble going out of bounds, they'll maintain possession. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes a grab on the shot. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The Tar Heels are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Complete. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. On the option. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Back to the ground game on the left. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, South Carolina.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete in the middle. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up by 15 over Georgia Tech. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Firing to the right, complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throwing right. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They'll go with a direct snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying